What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely, lovely, lovely day? This your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy Try with me.
Yo,
Okay, so technically we were supposed to have gone live with this, but we our schedules were not aligning right, honestly. And by the time we're recording this, it's 2 in the morning, and I know for a fact I'm not trying to stay on live past midnight, about 4 in the morning, and motherfuckers don't be on live like that. So
mm,
we don't want to really be talking to ourselves on a live recording, so we're just gonna pre-record this.
yeah,
Um, Also, to a couple of announcements. So the Dub C review is going to be postponed because John Dixon's busy, and I know you say you're not going to
yeah,
be home,
nah,
and so the John Dixon's going to be sometime later on this month. But we're going to do what we said we're going to do an alternate Beverly Hills Cop. Do you want to just push Beverly Hills Cop review to Wednesday?
you could whenever you ready. Cause I know all the movies, so
Okay, we're just going to do the soundtrack. We're going to do the Beverly Hills Cop 1 soundtrack on Wednesday then.
okay,
'Cause I know Tuesday. I don't have anything really planned this week, so it's just Wednesday and Thursday we got. I'll reveal all
right.
of that after these albums. So we're going to talk about Granddaddy IU's first two albums. The first one being Smooth Assassin, released in 1990, and the second one being Lead Pipe 4 years later in 1994. Um, yeah, let's get started. How did you get into Granddaddy IU?
Back when he dropped the Represent joint actually, but even
Ooh,
before that, like I heard about him, but he wasn't one of those artists I was checking for like that, back in the day. But I used to always hear for about his stuff, and I seen him when he came back out. He came back out with like a harder sound in 93. That was 94, and remember seeing his video, being played, and he sound like Rakim to me though. You know what I'm saying? His
ooh.
voice definitely sound like Rakim. I'm like, yeah, this is like a Rakim wannabe. I don't know if people
We'll
notice it or
talk
they don't
about
want to. Huh?
we'll talk about that
You know
because
what I
I have a
mean?
lot
I'm
of
like,
things.
this nigga sound like Rakim, man. Like people, I never hear people mention this dude. Maybe that's why, because he sound like a blatant knockoff to Rakim, you know. And I know Biz has produced this album, and yeah, so I didn't really bump him like that growing up, but I know of him. You
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna be real with you. I got into Granddaddy IU, um, just based off the fact that he ghost wrote Roxanne Shantae's classic diss track "Big Mama,"
know.
and I'm gonna talk more about that once we do this review. But I was more, and then I heard the name, of course, the Big L song "The Graveyard," but my knowledge when I first heard that, I didn't really know who Granddaddy IU was like that. You know what I'm saying? Even though I felt like he had like one of the weaker verses from the Graveyard. I'm not gonna hold you.
Right.
Yeah, I know that might be controversial, but I felt like L, Jay Z, Party Artie, they definitely had the best verses on that song right there. You know, especially Jay Z. You know, so that was
Right.
like young Jay Z. That grit, the way I rock, the way I can stop. I stop dropping rock when Jay gets hot. Like that was when Jay was really just formulating his perfect flow and stuff like that. But this video is not about Jay Z. It's about Granddaddy IU. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So I these were the Cold Chiller albums I recently heard. In terms of recent, I mean like the past 6 years. So one of them I like more than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And spoiler alert is Smooth Assassin. Because I've expressed in the past how much I didn't really care too much for Lead Pipe when I first heard it.
Right.
But when I re-listen to it now, we really gonna have a lot to say about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get started. Granddaddy IU. Granddaddy IU, he's an MC hailing from Hempstead, New York. You know what I'm saying? He was actually born in Queens, but then he was raised in Hempstead, Long Island. You know what I'm saying? Which I feel like that's where people get a lot of the Rakim references at, which more on that. Stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? And he was growing up, and he was always known for his very smooth flow. You know what I'm saying? Him and his brother DJ KC, they put out a demo tape, and that demo tape got in the hands of the late great clown prince of hip hop, Biz Markie. More on Biz Markie in a minute. So, Biz Markie kind of took him under his wing and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, he got him a deal with Cold Chillin' Records in 1989. And legend has it that he actually battled Big Daddy Kane like in the mid to late 80s because of the fact that both of them had the daddy in their name, and they battled for the name, of course, like that too. So of course, Big Daddy, I don't know if this is true. I heard it was a legend. So all my hip hop heads, if y'all know it's true, let me know. So of course, Big Daddy Kane became like the charismatic, versatile rapper that he was. And then Granddaddy IU, he pretty much came out of time when Cold Chillin' Records, like in the early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say they were on a decline yet, but this is when Cold Chillin' Juice Crew had like those affiliates. Like, you had the Intelligent Hoodlum, which we talked about, which I'm gonna be real, I couldn't consider Intelligent Hoodlum, Granddaddy IU members of the Juice Crew too, because they both brought out iconic verses. They both brought out iconic music at the time. If Craig G can be a member, then those two can be a member. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, man. So this album, they dropped the Smooth Assassin album in 1990, but this album kind of got some controversy, and we're going to begin with the controversy with the production. So the thing about the production is, it's credited for Biz Markie and Cool V as the executive producer, but Granddaddy IU, he did interviews where he said that Biz Markie didn't produce shit on this album. You know what I'm saying? That he just, bear with me, he just pretty much wanted the publishing for the songs. Because the thing, and this is what we talked about when we did we talked about the Pete Rock and Tribe Called Quest situation where he did a song Jazz We've Got. Because when it comes to like these producers, they find the samples like from their mamas. They literally be digging in the crates and they give it to the artist and stuff like that too for the actual producer to produce it.
Right.
But at the same time, that's really not producing, in my personal opinion. That's just, recommending records, And Granddaddy IU has said that it was Cool V, KC, and IU himself that actually did the production on this record. You know what I'm saying? And it's ironic too, because watching that Biz Markie documentary and him talking about his falling out with Marley Marl because the fact that Marley didn't really want him to produce shit, or didn't want to give him his name for that shit too. And then Mark kind of did that same shit with Granddaddy IU. You know what I'm saying? I love Biz Markie, but it's just like, it's kind of, God bless the dad, but I kind of see where IU is coming from with that shit too. Because even with Large Professor, where do I begin with him? Eric B. and Rakim's Let the Rhythm Hit Him. Right. Kool G Rap and DJ Polo, Wanted Dead or Alive. He did the majority of those albums. Him and Paul C did the majority of those albums and shit. Like, yeah, Marley did some shit on Wanted Dead or Alive. I think he did Rikers Island and stuff like that too. But Large Professor, like you a Large Professor beat at that time, especially like when we got into the Breaking Adams record and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So, and then even with LL Cool J, 14 Shots to the Dome, you had a Marley Marl and KD, and it's been said that KD did most of the production on 14 Shots to the Dome, but Marley did some shit too. He did some shit, but he still wanted his name on it because what's his name? KD was like his understudy at that time too. So of course that shit was not gonna fly. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, man. And of course, Bismarcky and IU had a falling out and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of prevented IU from actually rapping for years. Which we're gonna talk more about that when we talk about the Lead Pipe album.
Right.
But as far as like the comparisons to Rakim and Big Daddy Kane, a lot of people kind of use that as a catalyst when it came to like his like deeper voice, the smooth flow, and and that's the thing right there. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to Kane, when it comes to like what's his name, Big Daddy Kane, everybody always want to say, oh, he was like the lover man, he was like the lover man and whatnot too. But Kane was versatile. He was very versatile. Like this nigga was talking about like a lot of shit, like motherfucking like the apartheid and shit like that, racism,
Mhm.
poverty. But motherfuckers just want to say, "Oh, smooth operator, I get the job done." But then even with Rakim was just lyrically, he was just talking about anything, but he still had that philosophical aura when it came to him and shit like that too. And that's why I kind of and speaking of Rakim, another Long Island MC, people said that when he was a Rakim wannabe, and drum roll, that's Eric Sermon.
Mm.
And
I didn't hear it.
people, I didn't hear it either.
Yeah.
And Rakim and Eric Sermon, they even had like a subliminal kind of beef on records, especially um EPMD had a song, So What You Saying, and they talk about I just paraphrase what Eric Sermon said. People thought I sounded like Rakim and whatnot, but our shit still went gold. Some shit like you guys know the line I'm talking about. I can't really think of it right now, but yeah, then Rakim, just to my follow the leader. I want to say it was on the R track. You know what I'm saying? So both of
Right.
them, they kind of went at it subliminally, but luckily it just stayed on wax. Thank God for that. You know what I'm saying? But
Facts.
yeah, Granddaddy IU, I feel like the thing that his subject matter was kind of like limited. Like he was just a smooth lover man. And even speaking of his smooth aura, if you look at the album cover, he was just dressed up in the suits and fedoras. This is
Right.
like way ahead of his time and shit
Facts.
like that too, because this was like before Farnsworth Bentley. This was before the whole suit and tie shit. You know what I'm saying? So, because back in them days, rappers was doing like the Dapper Dans, the Kangol. So here comes
Mhm.
Granddaddy IU dressed up like this and shit too. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, yeah. All right. So this is the album cover right here. Pretty dope album cover and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So 16 tracks. Let's get this shit started. Track number one, The U is Smooth. Very, very, very dope song. It has a classic sample, that Grover Washington Jr. sample that Black Moon used famously on How Many MCs. You know what I'm saying? This one right here was pretty good. I actually like this. That's actually one of my favorite tracks on this album. You know what I'm saying? I love his flow on this track right here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, very, very, very dope track. Yeah, I like it.
Yes. This was definitely fire. He said, nothing you can do now. You're down and desperate. Next time you know I ain't the one to mess with. Love the track, man. That beat was fire.
Yeah, that beat is so fire. But I feel like Black Moon still use that sample the best.
Of
You know what I'm
course.
saying? Yeah, because that the way that the beat miners was doing shit around that time, it was just like, come on now,
Right.
shit. But
Facts.
yeah, this is definitely a favorite track of mine. One of my favorites. Um, Track number two, Pick Up the Pieces. So this one, he kind of sped up the tempo a little bit with this one right here too. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very dope track right here. Just a little braggadocio track and everything like that. Yeah, he's definitely known for like his sleeper kind of flow and shit. Like, people might be turned off by that shit too, but this one was a pretty good track. Um, Yeah, it was pretty alright. I know a lot of fans love this one, so it's alright.
Yeah, this was definitely a dope joint. Had the soul sample in it.
Ooh, yes, I forgot
And
to mention that.
he said, clear the board and then split the cartridge, hold him hostage, then fry him like a sausage. I like the beat for that too, man. This is a banger.
Definitely a banger. Next track is something new. This sample is one of my favorite soul songs of the '60s. James and Bobby Purfey, "I'm Your Puppet, I'm Your Puppet," and I know High C also used that sample too. If I'm not mistaken, I think High C used that sample. You know what I'm saying? So again, this track right here, pretty solid track. It's kind of like a chick song or a chick song right here too, which he has plenty of in his catalog from these two albums, which we'll talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this jam right here is pretty smooth. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. You know, and it's actually his second highest successful song. Yeah, he had a line. He had a couple of witty lines. He said, "So no time to wait, no debate or procrastinate. I'm ready to great because the fans are fascinated. Shots are called, plugs are installed. This is the ball. Now it's time to brawl. Suckers get played out or might out. Punks get laid out, and K wears the fade out. You know what I'm saying? I love this flow on that one and shit like that too. Oh, off topic. People say how Granddaddy IE was a ripoff of Big Daddy Kane, but what was Father MC? I'm just leave that
Okay,
right
here you
there.
go. Here you go. He is
I,
not
I, I
Big
have.
Daddy Kane.
I say he's
I
a
never felt like
ripoff.
he
He's
was
a
Big Daddy.
Disney version. He's a Disney
Bullshit.
version.
He is not Big Daddy Kane. Never. You don't rhyme like him. He knew what he was. He was the dark skinned LL.
That too. He was Big Daddy Kane and LL Cool J mixed together.
I felt like he was more L than I never heard a verse from Father MC and be like, yo, let me rewind that. He didn't have that, you know. You funny.
That's just my opinion, but I respect your opinion too.
Something new was fire. This I remember this joint. This joint they played back in the day. They still playing it now with the beat and the piano loop and the girl. You got the girl singing on the chorus and Granddaddy, are you saying it's something new? But I ain't no new kid, so don't fool yourself with the garbage what you did. Love this track. This is a classic record.
Yeah, man, very dope record.
I love that.
Yeah, that original sample is one of my favorites too. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? That's that classic class. I think that's that classic soul song, like '60s soul music, man. You
Right,
can't go wrong with
right,
it.
right.
Yeah, shout out to BJ and shit like that too. You know, he loves him some soul music, so shout out to
Oh
him.
Lord, yeah. That when it's not Biggie, right? Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I know he's happy because Puffy gave all his publishing to his artists and shit too. You know what
So
I'm saying?
Lord, Lord.
The good, the ghost of publishing past done haunted him and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let me stop. Next track is "I Kick Ass." This is a pretty dope track too. You know what I'm saying? This might be some of the most generic titles. I kick some of the most generic titles and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? But again, the production on this album is always stellar. Sometimes they might work well and well together and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So definitely very dope uses of that James Brown sample, as
Yeah.
well as usages of the Richard Pryor samples as well too. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. He only had a couple of guest appearances like Desiree Price, Isaiah Rowe, Tony Rowe, and Mary Brown. So those are the only guest appearances on this album.
Yeah, this was banging. I definitely enjoyed this. This is another banger. I like the beat and the horns on it. So yeah, this is our kick ass we doing right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we actually on the same track listing. Okay, bet.
For
Because
once, right? That's
I
why I have
forgot.
to make sure. Because you two
Yeah,
be
because I
bumping.
yeah, because thank God they have the full album on YouTube and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these songs were kind of hard to come by, but One user upload the whole full album. It used to be on Spotify, but of course Spotify took that shit off, of course. But
Of course.
yeah. And of course his album is expensive as fuck too. Anyway. So I Kick Ass was dope. Yeah. Next song, and this might be my favorite IU song, Mass Destruction. Dun da 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 da. Oh my god, dude! I'm not gonna hold you. This definitely has a Biz Markie I Need a Haircut feel to it too. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Right.
This song right here, fucking phenomenal in my opinion. You know, I love the way he started off. Destruction. Whenever I come, it ain't nothing left when I'm done. Only thing that remains is ashes and dust, blood stains and veins from brains that I bust. Oh my fucking god, nigga, yo! And then that fucking ill ass. That to me, it was the beat. It had a very blaxploitation feel to it and stuff like that. And that's a Bob James sample. Oh shit, that's a Bob James sample.
Yep.
Yeah, man. When niggas want to use the Nautilus and the Mardi Gras sample and shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, he was just doing some braggadocio shit, you know. Just let motherfuckers know I might be the smooth motherfucker, but I can still kick some ass, no pun intended, causing that mass destruction. So this is actually my favorite Granddaddy IU song, period.
You know who else used that beat, right?
Who?
New Edition for Hit Me Off.
For what?
For Hit Me Off, yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they used that.
Yo, and the way they used that was very. It was like they made it more polished. This one they made it more dirtier. Okay.
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, yep.
Yeah, we that home again. We gotta finish up the New Edition, Scott.
Definitely.
Even talking about the bad album, the Bad Boy album too.
God, I love this. This was a great track. The horns and the beat, and he's saying, "All feel the wrath of a psychopathic death scenes of graphic stopping all traffic." I love this flow on that, man. This is a great song. He just like killing shit.
I wish this was a single.
Right? It should have been.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Kind of Sugar Free was a single, which I'm gonna say my thoughts on that one. Something New was a single. Pick Up the Pace, and This Is a Recording. Those are the singles and shit too. So, but this was his smooth operator with a twist. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was his this was just an ill ass song. I'm just gonna be real with you because I can't really compare a lot of songs to this, you know. But yeah, very dope track. Track number 6, Gals Them So Hot. Oh yeah, you can't be a hip hop song around this time without a reggae influence.
A terrible one.
I'd rather listen to I'm the Old Dad that you cannot forget over this one. At least the beat from the Old Dad was fire. I'm the old dad that you cannot forget. I'm the old dad. I'm like, okay, Daddy-o. Okay, Daddy-o.
He made a mistake. This was bad. Definitely not like this one.
Yeah, this might be one of my least favorite songs on this album. To be real with you.
Yeah, for real.
Oh wow, a bad song we actually agree on. Okay, cool. All right, next song, "Girl in the Mall," another song about a girl. 2 back-to-back songs about a girls. Okay. All right. Well, this was like a storytelling track right here about him going to the mall, of course, and meeting a girl named Kenya. And, you know, he's over here trying to get with her and shit like that too. the girl's fucking musty, so he had to tell her to wash her ass. I thought that was kind of funny and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I kind of prefer this song over the previous. You know what I'm saying? Um, I love the beat to it. I love the fucking beat to this track right here too. You know, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is a very cool track. I love the main ingredient sample that they used. So yeah,
And he talking about hooking up with the girl at the mall, the girl named Kenya,
yeah.
while he was buying his fresh gear, and how he ended up sleeping with her, and it was he was real nasty on this shit. He was like, no bumps or lumps, no pimples or rashes. The whole was good to go from fingernails to eyelashes, and talking about slapping the bitch so that she could brush her teeth before she suck his dick, and it's all kind of shit. It's crazy. I was like, yo, this shit is wild. This is wild. This could have been like a
And
movie
mind
type
you,
of thing.
right, and this was the era when rappers was getting, how can I put this? It was like a playful vulgar, like Two Live Crew, of
Right.
course. You had the Tone Lokes and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Which I didn't forget the Young MC Tone Loke double review. I didn't forget that.
Oh boy.
I didn't forget.
I did. I
I'm more
forgot.
interested. I'm more hyped for the Tone Loke album than the Young MC. But since Young MC wrote for
Yeah.
Tone Loke, why
Right.
not just do both together?
And
Why
and
not?
and Tone Loc is the one that had the better album, right?
Right. That
Oh,
that
fuck.
part.
Oh my god. What?
Okay.
Yo.
But you know what? You know what?
Mm.
All I'm gonna say for that Young MC album right now, it grew on me a little bit compared to when I first listened to it, but I still hate that song "Bust the Move." I still hate "Bust the Move."
It didn't grow on me at all, and I have
Fucking,
it
fucking
never.
Ralph Transvent hairstyle ass nigga.
Oh,
But
shit.
yeah, I mean, West Coast hip hop is not always gangster rap, so hey, let's
Right.
go out to go above and beyond this shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Anyway, yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Then track number 8 is KC is Nasty. Of course, you know it can't be an early '90s rap album without a DJ skills. Which, again, I'm not mad about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wish it was a bit longer. I'm
Mm.
not going to say KC is like the greatest DJ per se, but he did his thing. He did his thing on
Right.
this.
Yeah, it had a dope beat. You know, the scratching was dope.
No, I was just thinking to myself, the only time on this channel I said a DJ track was my favorite was Gangstar's first album, No More Missing Nice Guy with DJ Premier and Deep Concentration.
Right.
The way how he used that Summer Madness sample
Right.
and stuff like that. That was just like Primo saying the best is yet to come. You know what I'm saying?
When he was in his prime. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
But speaking of Summer Madness, I posted an Instagram video of Kool and the Gang, surprisingly. And I always say the Summer Madness live in London version from 1976 was the best version.
Right.
Especially when the females like that, they did that little scatting ad like doo 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 da da. I would see, like I said, I love Kool and the Gang. I love Kool and the Gang and shit like that. But when it comes to Summer Madness, I only play that live at London version because that live at London version, I don't know what shit they were on. I don't know what it is about live recordings at that time. They made that shit more smoother and melodic. The original version, I love the original version and stuff like that. It's a nice vibe and everything. Of course, a lot of my favorite songs came from that. Cough, cough, summertime, and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? But that live, I'm telling you, if I listen to that live at London version, you'll thank me later.
Oh boy.
You know what I'm saying? It's like fucking orgasms and shit, you know. But hey,
oh boy,
that was before JT came in the picture, y'all. That's for my younger Kool and the Gang heads and shit.
Wow. I don't know about that.
Anyway, God, I know you like the JT. I know you're a JT head and shit, you know.
Yes, definitely.
After 81, they were done. They were done after 81 for me.
Wow.
But that's enough about Cool in the Game because I know I might lose my black card and shit, you know. But hey,
Yeah.
fuck it. Um,
So it's on you.
next
It's your
track.
fault. It's your fault.
Next song is Nobody Move. Um, okay, I'm glad it's not a chick song. This time it's a storytelling song right here. You know, this one was pretty good. It's talking about a bank robber who pretty much allowed a bank robber who's on the run, and pretty much he was living like a baller and everything like that too, you know. But at the same time, you know, he made a wrong mistake and boom, he ends up in the wrong side. He ends up in jail and shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, it kind of reminds me of the Ice Cube song "What Can I Do" from Lethal Injection, which is a very underrated album, if you ask me. Like, it's just like living in the fast life, but then that fast life is going to get you in trouble. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah, man. Definitely a very dope. I love the beat to that. I love it.
This was dope. Had a nice beat, nice bass.
Yeah, definitely. All right. All right. Next song we got is Dominoes. Again, more battle rhymes and shit like that too. Uh, this song was alright. I could have done without this song. It was alright. You know what I'm saying? The beat, I felt the beat could have been a little bit better, to be real. You hear me? Yeah, I think Try is going through some technical issues. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like that beat was very lackluster. I don't know if it was just me, but it is what it is.
I liked it. I like
You said what? Go. He's having some mic issues.
yo.
Let me wait a bit. Yeah, I hear you. You hear me?
Saying, I was saying, yeah, I like the beat in the band, and he said I get vexed and catch more getting fired.
Hmm. Respect, respect. All right. Next track is called Behind Bars. Very, very, very dope song right here. It's kind of cool too because Biz actually did some beatboxing on this track too. You know what I'm saying? Um, pretty cool track right here. You know what I'm saying? What I got from this track, what I got from this track right here is like a continuance of Nobody Move, where it's just talking about the black man living behind bars and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Why wasn't this song after Nobody Moved? If that's the main question right here too, if you ask me. But it is what it is. I'm not complaining too much.
Yeah, this was dope. You know, rappers in there and had a dope ass beat line, and he's saying getting money fast, but it ain't gonna last when the cops rolls past his grass. So I enjoy that.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed this one. Next track is Soul Touch. Okay. Um Again, this one right here, decent, you know what I'm saying? Not really one of my personal favorites and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? It's alright.
So Touch was cool. I like the pianos on the beat.
Right. Next track is called This Is a Recording. Um pretty cool track right here too. You know what I'm saying? A bit too long, but still a dope track. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, this is just like one of his one of his other signature tracks right here too. It's kind of crazy too because he's just talking about his rhyme skills and he's also talking about certain artists at that time that was sampled heavily.
Mm,
and he mentioned how he kind of mentions James Brown. He said
mm,
like a lot of motherfuckers like sampling James Brown and shit too, but I had to be that nigga and shit like that. I was like, this nigga had like one, two, three, four. I would even say five too because Lynn Collins. I'll kind of count Lynn Collins as a James Brown sampler. James Brown did do some production. I was like, how you talk about over sampling James Brown when he does sample 5 songs from his ass and shit like that?
mm.
just the producer and me talking and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, this song was pretty good. It was alright.
It was dope. It's okay.
Right. I'm listening to some madness right now, and that part comes in.
Hmm.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I mean, yeah, Cool and the Gang. Yes. All right. Next song is Sugar Free. All right. So if you guys are aware of this song, this was a song that AZ used the same sample for his classic song Sugar Hill. You know what I'm saying? Which I feel like again he used that sample better. You know what I'm saying? But with this one right here, he pretty much lets this chick named Mary Brown do most of the singing. He only has like one verse on this song. Mary Brown is a singer. She's part of this like female R&B trio called Abstract. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know too much about Abstract. The only Abstract I know is the lead MC from Tribe Called Quest. Just
Right.
letting you guys know that right now. You know what I'm saying? But I want to be real with you. I feel like at hip hop and R&B was still relatively strangers at the time too.
Hmm.
So niggas weren't ready. I'm gonna say this joint was way ahead of its time because niggas weren't ready for this shit. I just
Right.
wish we had more rhymes from IU from
Hmm.
with this track. You know what I'm saying? But it's a bit of hip hop history. That's all I'm gonna say. It's ahead of its
Right.
time. I'm gonna accept that.
Yeah, I love it. There was had like some New Jack Swing type of beat. AZ. Used it for Sugar Hill. Great record. You know, we got the girls singing on it. And he said, "Partying hard and having fun. Females, I need more than one." It seemed more like a feature, like he was the guest on this one on his own track,
Right.
and the girl was singing. So it seemed more like a R&B collab.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got that. I got that shit more too. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
at the same time, it still has that street feel to it. You know what I'm saying? You can't
yeah,
really
yeah.
say that about a lot of tracks and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It was dope.
Um, yeah. Next track, Funk Up, Funk 'em Up You. I think he meant to say Fuck 'em Up You, but he wanted to be a little creative, which, uh, whatever. Um, so again, this is another song that uses a sample that's been very familiar. It's Lil Kim's No Time. That dun 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 dun. I love that
Yes.
track right now. I love
LL
that beat.
used that too on Mr. Smith.
Yes, Mr. Smith.
Hmm.
Somebody else used that shit too.
Yeah.
I think EPMD used that if I'm not
EPMD
mistaken.
user. Okay.
I think somebody else used that shit. I whatever. No. Wait. Ooh, wait. It's Big Daddy Kane. Kane used that shit on
Okay.
I think it was a remix on the Prince of Darkness. I think it was a remix either
Oh
on Taste
wow.
of Chocolate or Prince of Darkness. One of them shits.
Nice.
Again, 6 degrees of Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
yeah. Again, battle rhymes, braggadocious shit. You know what I'm saying? By the way, Sugar Free was his most successful single on the charts. You know what I'm saying? So this one
For
right here
him.
was pretty cool. Yeah, for IU. Yeah.
Wow. I don't even remember that shit.
Oh wow.
Right.
It be
This
like this.
was this was a banger for sure. I like
Right.
the lines he said. Yes, I'm the best, and this I insist on. Girls I kiss on, suckers I piss on. Like this flow on that. I was fire.
I definitely like his flow on this one too. Like I feel like the melodic smooth, the beats, his flow was
Hmm.
definitely more on point. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
All right. And the final track is like the shout outs. Again, you know what I'm saying. Just shout out to everybody that helped him out, his baby mama and his baby girl and his wife. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. Shout outs. You can take him or leave him. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. Yeah, the shutouts was cool. It had a nice slow beat, not in guitars in it. It was alright.
Right. All right. So overall, this is actually a very good album, in my opinion. This is a very, very dope album. It does have a few missteps here and there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna call it the best cold chilling album of 1990. That honor kind of goes to Master Aces. Take a look around, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like Granddaddy IU definitely had a very, very, very dope presence when it comes to this record. Um, all my younger cats don't take the comparisons to Big Daddy Kane to heart. You know what I'm saying? Which I kind of feel like it kind of hinders his legacy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But excuse me. I feel like this album people should give it a chance. Would I call this album a classic? Um, I would say it's more of an arguable classic. I feel like it's a cult classic. That's the perfect word. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like when it comes to like the cats in New York and shit like that, it has more of a following in New York because realistically speaking, the album really didn't really chart as successful as Cold Chillin' wanted it to be. I think it really peaked at number 91 on the US R&B and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, usually when it comes to albums like that, then it really, really fare no better in the pop charts. But at the same time, I don't feel like that was really his intention. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give this album a 4 out of 5. I feel like this is a
Yeah, he.
very, very dope album and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
from a production standpoint, it's phenomenal. Like I feel like the production was very dope, especially for 1990. Like if you're a fan of Biz Marquis, I Need a Haircut, in terms of production, you would definitely love this album.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I definitely love the album. It was dope bass, boom bap production from Biz Marquis. Rest in peace to him.
Yes,
Granddaddy to me, he does sound like Rakim, like with his flow and shit. But his songs and the lyrics, the storytelling make up for that. I loved a lot of the songs on here. Something New and Mass Destruction, Girls at the Mall, Behind Bars. Definitely 4.5. I definitely need to get this album. I don't have none of his albums. This is definitely like an underrated gem.
I agree. And in case you guys are wondering, this album is out of print, but they re-released it on Traffic years ago, but that shit's out of print as well too.
Shit.
I've seen this album go as high as maybe $100, $50.
What?
So if you guys,
$100?
yeah,
And he's not even
cold
in top 50 all time? What the fuck?
cold chilling albums, especially if you look at those
Holy
cold chilling
shit.
albums from like the early to mid '90s,
Uh,
like Tragedy Gaddafi's, Roxanne Shantae's, those go for a stupid amount of money.
yeah, I don't got none of
I've
those.
even, I've even seen Biz Marquis all samples cleared for $75.
What the fuck? Yeah, I don't got
Yeah,
no Biz albums either, yo. That's yeah, they're gonna have to wait. Hey,
like
wow.
I was lucky
Mm,
when I found Biz Marquis going off for $1 at Carolina
right.
Soul. I was lucky as hell.
Yeah.
I was leaving, and I saw Cold chilling. I'm just like,
Mm,
wait a minute. And then I saw Biz Marquis. I'm just like, this better not be just a single. They better not be fucking with me. It was a
right.
dollar, still in great condition. And I've
Right.
seen going off go as high as $125. And that's only for the reissue. You
The
know what I'm
only
saying?
way I would get those is if I'm record digging and I see them for like a good price, because I'm not paying
Right,
$100 for none of those drinks.
right.
They wild.
I'll tell you what, if I find a Cold Chilling album at a good price, I'm gonna send it to you just for fuck's sake.
I don't have no Granddaddy or Biz Marquis or Roxanne. I had the best of Biz Marquis, the J Love mixtape, but I want the albums though.
Definitely.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
before we go, and now we're gonna get into Lead Pipe. It came out in 1994. You know what the gag is? I've seen this album for $8 on Camel on the Soul, and nobody bought it yet.
Yeah, because they didn't like it. They didn't
Granddaddy
like it.
IU
I
did.
don't blame them.
Granddaddy IU didn't like it either. We'll talk about that.
Oh my lord.
Oh yeah. All right.
Another one.
So, uh, so this, this album came out June 21st, 1994, under Cold Chillin', which was also had a distribution deal with Epic Street. Um, Singles albums was known for was Represent and Don't Stress Me. It was produced by Fly Tie, Cool Ass Lenny, okay, KC, damn it, Granddaddy IU, and Big Snow, and Snow, Kid Capri, and Taheem were the guest appearances on this album. So between Smooth and Assassin and Lead Pipe, he kind of went through a lot. So bear with me. It's a bit of a story. So after the release of Smooth Assassin, and after the whole situation with Biz Markie, he took a break from rapping. He did some stuff like behind the scenes, producing, writing for other artists and shit like that too. Also, in 1990-91, they signed this other MC, and you guys might know him as a different name, but he is known as the Genius, which you guys now know him as the GZA. Yes, the GZA from Wu-Tang was on Cold Chillin', and he had an album called Words from the Genius, which that's going to be a Patreon review sometime this month. I don't know when, but that's going to be a Patreon review. I'm not going to do the Ooh, I Love Rakim, the RZA one from Tommy Boy. I feel like one of those is enough, to be real with you. Um, and yeah, so Words of the Genius was very unsuccessful when it came to the charts as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And GZA didn't really care for that. GZA didn't really care for that joint right there as well too. So fast forward to 1992, the Wu-Tang came out with Protect Your Neck. Everyone knows about that song. You know what I'm saying? And GZA, he had the last verse. And the crazy thing about it, he had a line where he kind of went after like Granddaddy IU and Cold Chillin'. He said some shit like the Wu is too slimming for these cold killing labels. Some ain't had hits since I seen Ain't Mabel. Be doing artists like Kane did Abel. Now that money's getting stuck like gum under the table. And when it comes to Granddaddy IU, he had a line where he says, first of all, who's your A&R? A mountain climber who plays an electric guitar. But he don't know the meaning of dope when he's looking at it for a suit and tie rap that's cleaner than a bar of soap. Right. And who was wearing suit and ties? Granddaddy IU. You know what I'm saying? And Granddaddy IU, he even confirmed that wasn't aimed at that line was aimed at him. But that won't be the only rapper that dissed him. So also that same year, 1992, he ghost wrote for Roxanne Shante the song Big Mama.
Ghost wrote.
Roxanne Shante, the bitch is back. The bitch is back review is coming next week. Stay tuned on that
bitch
one.
Is back. The bitch is back.
Yeah. Yeah. And everyone knows that song was dissing all the female rappers from MC Lyte to Yo-Yo and of course Queen Latifah. You know what I'm saying? And we had people like Treach and Tupac that did take too kindly of that. I did a whole video on this whole situation. So y'all can go on my channel, type in Roxanne Shante, it'll pull up. And of course, Tupac, he pretty much confronted Granddaddy IU, I think, at a club, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't even know that.
And
wow.
Yeah. And Shit. Naughty by Nature, for the 1993 album, they had a song called The Hood Comes First.
Yes.
And shit too, you know what I'm saying?
They
love that record.
Granddaddy
love that fucking record. Yeah. Yo, this is Granddaddy IU. and they also threw some shots at Roxanne Shante. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Okay, we did a review on that one too.
Right.
I
Yes, I
knew they
love
threw
that
shots
song.
at Twist.
That was the B side to Hip Hop Hooray.
Yes.
When you bought the cassette single, that was the B side. Was The Hood Comes First. I didn't even know that they dissed them on there.
Oh yeah.
That's,
I
that's
knew they
crazy.
threw shots at Roxanne Shante and they threw shots on Twister too. But the IU part I didn't know about. Tretch had a line where he says, "Are we even? If you're still breathing, we ain't even close. I owe you. Drop the O. Drop the whole sugar free flow. You want to write a diss? You should have made it so we never know."
Mm, mm.
Again,
Crazy.
this he was kind of getting blacklisted at this time too. You know what I'm saying? And it was even bad too behind the scenes because Cold Chiller Records was getting dropped by Warner Brothers. You know, and some of the reasons was, of course, the whole cop killer controversy, but then you also had Cool G Rap and DJ Polo. They had the Live and Let Die album when the album cover had them robbing a bank and the white people hung it up in nooses, like hung up like a meat, not nooses, but like on a meat hook or whatever. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So and that's a classic album too, in my opinion. That's a very dope album and just shit like that too. So yeah, so what ended up happening that they actually had like a subsidiary called Epic Street, and Epic Street was like the hip hop subsidiary. A lot of cats dropped albums like Ghostface's Iron Man was part of that. You had MC8 with his first three albums and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? And Granddaddy IU, that was like one of the first ones on Epic Street. You know what I'm saying? So with this album right here, excuse me, with this album right here, it was released at a time in 1994, and this is when um gangster rap was killing it. You know, Wu-Tang was doing their thing and shit like that too. And so, of course, the Death Row Syndrome came into play. He went more hardcore with this album. Like, of course, like look at the album cover. Him just
Right.
holding a lead pipe and shit like that. You know, with the 40 in the bag, everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing about it was the fact that the A&R, they didn't really want to promote this record like that too, because like Cold Chiller was just going through a lot, like losing profits and marketing ability and shit like that too. It's been said in an interview that Granddaddy U got so mad that he threw a chair at his A&R, or throw a chair at his A&R and stuff like that too, because of the lack of promotion on this record. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much when it came to that part, he even said in the interview he didn't care for this album. You know what I'm saying? He just did this
Right.
contract and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? And like what Try mentioned, it's another Red Man. You know what I'm saying? It's another Red Man situation.
Yep.
So, but a lot of fans they got a lot of fans. It's like I don't want to say it's a cult classic, but a lot of fans like this album as well. Me personally, we're gonna get into that. That's all I'm gonna say. Before I do that, let me go blow my nose right quick. Give me 1 second.
Right. Okay.
Sorry about that. Since September hit, this is the kind of weather you got to put your heat on and stuff
Uh-huh.
like that too.
Yeah, summer
Yeah.
and we still getting 90s. We still getting 90s this week.
Oh yeah, we still getting 90s, but at the same
Yeah,
time,
that ain't gonna
it's
last
like
forever
60
though.
degrees at night. Yeah.
Yeah, yep,
I'm already getting my fall shit together, man.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, so like I said, this is the album cover right here. He got a more grimy style. The suit and ties were gone and shit like that. Now he's rocking Timberlands and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, this is a very dope. This is a very dope album cover. Um, let's get right to it. This album has about, I think, 16 tracks. Let me count. Hold on.
Yeah, about 16.
All right. Of course, my laptop wants to not respond right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, perfect. All right. So we're gonna get started with the first track called "Represent." Um, this one was a pretty cool track right here. You know what I'm saying? Already from the get go, you already should know, like he had like a more hardcore kind of feel to it. He actually, wait, was it this song? No, it wasn't this. It wasn't this song yet. Not yet. But yeah. So this one right here, he just does his thing on this one right here. You know what I'm saying? I like the line when he says, "I flow steady like the sands in the hourglass, dropping mad paragraph after paragraph. My staff is called Steady Flow, the granddaddy U, KC, Easy Rick, and Big Snow." You know what I'm saying? He just goes in on that track right there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this was a pretty cool track.
This was dope. Nice beat, nice horns. Had a boom bap sound.
Right. All right. Next track number two, As I Flow On. Oh man, I love that. I love this record. You know what I'm saying? This was another dope record too. Um, he kind of definitely went to more of his vintage style with this one as well too. He's talking about his vocal tone smooth, just like Barry White. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this one's pretty good. The beat was still a bit. It's cool, 1994, but at the same time, it's nice to hear IU go back to his vintage style and shit.
As I flow on, we doing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was dope. I like the piano, so that beat, bass line.
definitely. All right. Next track right here, track number three. We got the Gats. Yeah, this was again self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? He actually went after Tretch with this song too. Believe it or not,
Oh, wow.
he got back at Tretch. He had a line where he says, "Cause the blood flows thick when the slug goes straight through the back from the 38 snub nose. You think you some type of thug or mugger because you got a head full of gas in a Louisville slugger. Well, I got something more fat. It's called a gat, and you can't beat that with a baseball bat. Because
Right.
Naughty by Nature were always having the baseball bats in their videos and
Yeah.
shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was a pretty good line and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He definitely did his thing on that one.
It was cool. I like the beat.
Yeah, the beat was dope. All right. Next track is I Can Do That. Again, this is like more of like a ladies man kind of track right here too. You know what I'm saying? It's decent. It's pretty decent. I wouldn't really say
Mhm.
it's like one of my favorites. But it's all right.
Yeah, it was cool.
Track number five, Don't Stress Me. Love that fucking beat. That beat is so fucking ill, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Shit like that. He was just going in on this track right here.
Mhm.
No, you can really this was a single too, and I love the video on this track too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's just, it's like him with his vintage flow, but he's also just mad And motherfuckers is dissing him at the time too, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, telling me other brothers be dissing me, well, you're the main one. They want to know what I've been doing and where I've been. Now I'd be wrong if I cave your chest in. So take a pause for the cause. Keep your nose out my business, kid. I wouldn't be surprised if you threw that line at Tresh too. I wouldn't be surprised, but
Right.
I'm not trying to spread no shit. That's just again, maybe it was at Tresh, maybe maybe it was at Pac. I don't know. I'm not trying to spread no shit, but just
Right. Yeah, it was. I like the beat. It was jazzy. I like the saxophones. And you got like the girls singing on the chorus. It was dope.
definitely. Track number 6, The Real Mac. Um, this one was okay. Well, I mean, it was alright. It was only one of my favorites.
Nice beat, nice bass line. He said, I blow off a nigga top, turn his brains to flop, and then drop the dead body at the chop shop." I like that track.
Respect. Track number 7, Boom Boom Wadat. Um, this was like one of those reggae songs.
Yeah,
Nah,
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
Leave the reggae alone, boy. What's wrong with these people? Leave the reggae alone. They were obsessed with doing reggae.
I'm the old dad that you cannot
No.
forget. Let me stop.
No, leave it alone. Jesus
If
Christ.
you're not from Jamaica, I don't hear that shit.
Right? Exactly. Snoop Dogg.
Oh! Fuck Snoop. What about Eddie Murphy?
Him too. Shit.
Hell, with Big. Oh! I said he got some. It, man. I was just, I don't know. Every time I jam to that song, I always think of the Cosby Show.
Right? Hey, man.
I can't listen to that song the same way.
Cosby looking up like, what the fuck is this? Hey, man.
All that nigga want to do was just read his. That episode, man, I felt so sorry for all this nigga want to do was read his paper and shit like that.
Right.
And then Denise hyping that motherfucker up and she's like,
right.
man, I'm like, you childish.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man.
That was funny.
Man. He that nigga should have been a character on that show, man.
For real.
He should have had like 3 episodes.
Yep, at least.
Shit, but I guess Elvin was enough for them. Like, okay.
Oh God, Elvin was a pain in the ass, right? He was annoying at times.
Elvin was my dude, though. Elvin was my fucking dude. He went through a lot of development. He went through a lot of development on the show and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He did.
He actually made Sandra funnier. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right, for real, right? They needed him.
Right. Nothing against Sandra though, but she
well, she was the older one, but she wasn't really.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I don't know how Whitney, because Whitney Houston was the original choice for Sandra.
Really?
I don't know how Whitney would have been in that role and shit like that.
She would have been better. Well, I don't know. I don't know how well her acting chops was, but
at that time, yeah.
Right.
Because Crip Keeper Clive.
Because of her name, I think people would have watched for her, but then she would have to been on every episode.
Yeah, because she wasn't really a household name yet.
Right.
You got to also remember that.
Right.
Yeah, because Crip Keeper Clive was putting on the Merv Griffin show and all them other shits. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. But yeah, that Cosby Show review is gonna come very soon. I can't wait for that one. Yeah. I know niggas gonna be mad at me. He's like, "Oh, you talking about Cosby?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fucking talking about Bill Cosby."
Yeah, Cosby. What we talking about? I'd rather talk about that than Cheers. Shit, give me Cosby any day.
Okay.
What you mean?
Even though you like 2 episodes.
2 episodes that I watched. Oh, gee. I know all the episodes of Cosby.
Okay, I know all the episodes. Cosby, Different World, Cheers, Night. I know all that Thursday night lineup, nigga.
Oh Lord.
Family Ties, nigga. We can talk about all them shits, nigga.
Yeah, only the good ones for me.
Dear John.
Yeah, I never watched that. No. Dear John. No, That was for me.
That theme song was so petty.
That was so sad and somber. Like, what the fuck?
Life
It don't
goes
even go with the
on.
show. It don't go with the show.
Fuck. Got my boy Judd Hirsch on that fucking shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, Lord. No. Dear John. Nope.
That-
Dear Lord.
You know, you know what people say about that show? That was like, if Alex Riga just left the taxi and he just became like a divorced father and shit. Cause
What do you say?
if you watch Dear John, his character was very similar to Alex from Taxi in a weird way. The straight man. So? He always said, yeah.
Wow.
I guess that's why I liked it. You know what I'm saying? Because it has some of the same people from Taxi on that show as well too. Wait, why are we talking about Dear John on the Granddaddy IU review?
I have no idea.
We're talking about it, man.
It, man.
And I said it, man. Anyway, next song is called "Blasting You Asshole" featuring Taheem, Kid Capri, and Big Snow. Blasting You Asshole. Excuse me. This was a pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? You guys also remember Kid Capri also was affiliated with the Juice Crew as well too, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's another album we have to talk about. That first Kid Capri album. That's a very underrated album.
Yeah,
Billy. Oh, come on now. And he used that the bar symbol before a lot of niggas and shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Cough cough Biggie.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Honestly, I felt like Kid Capri and IU did their thing. I had to give it to Kid Capri because niggas forget Capri is a dope rapper at that time too. You know that he was a dope rapper and shit too. I'm not saying he was the greatest since sliced bread, but he did his thing.
That title sucked though. You know what I mean?
It does.
The beat is cool. It was alright.
Excuse me. Yeah, I definitely feel you. Next track we got is, excuse me, Slinging Bass.
Yep.
What did I say about this track? This one I like this track right here. You know what I'm saying? Definitely one of the best tracks on this album as well too. Yeah, man. He definitely went in on this track. You know, very very cool track.
Yeah, this was dope. I like the pianos, the beat. He said, trying to figure a way to get rich fast, snatch a pocketbook and bust a bitch ass. But yo, that still ain't enough for me. I need those so I can live comfortably. I loved it, man. It's a banger.
Definitely a banger indeed. Next song we got is Wet 'Em Up. Oh Lord. Okay. Yeah, this track I didn't care for this track.
It was
I didn't care for this track. You said what?
I said I just like the beat. It was cool.
Yeah. Like he was saying some weird lines like I'm plugging your mug full of slugs like the stone cold lunatic. Chumps suck slick but end up getting ruined quick. When I blast ass is full, I'm in you with the 16 with cops on the scene and all. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. And a lot of rappers did this. When niggas try to use the word wet, but use gun talk with it, it sounded kind of cheesy. I'm gonna be real with you because when I think wet, I think pussy and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think gunplay. I don't think like I think even Nas had a line on Illmatic. He said, took off the Smith and Wesson, started undressing or some shit like that. I'm just like, nigga, what? I love that song, but still, I listen to them lyrics. I'm just like, hold on, wait a minute, wait. Okay, anyway, it reminds me of that scene in Belly when DMX's character had a gun. He's like, strip nigga.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me that vibes and shit. But yeah, man, I ain't care for this one.
No.
All right, track number 11, Dead Man Don't Talk. Again, another song I didn't care for. To be real with you.
Yeah, I just like the beat. That's about it.
Right. Right. Excuse me. This happens with guitar and shit. Right. Track number 12. Take it from the top. This nigga's really sampling Murder She Wrote. Really.
I didn't like that.
And he didn't do nothing with the sample and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like leave the Jamaican joints alone. What's wrong with these people? Oh my lord.
Niggas didn't do nothing with the sample.
Jesus Christ.
Shit.
Nope.
All right. Next track is Time to Die.
Sound like a Steven
No, no,
Seagal
no.
song.
Oh, Time to Die was the one with the Murder She Wrote sample. Excuse me.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't still don't like it. So
Yeah, I still don't, I didn't like
yeah.
that. Take it to the top. What Time to Die?
No.
Yeah. Track number 14, Low Key. This is actually my favorite track on this album. The technically the last original track. I'm gonna say that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was actually going in on this track too. You know, he just it's more like a braggadocio kind of song and stuff like that too. You know, but at the same time, he's just talking about how he got to do his shit in the streets and shit. You know, cops are after him, doing this shit, hustling and everything like that too.
Right.
It might be surprising since I kind of bash a lot of the hardcore songs on this album, but he wasn't really trying too hard on this joint right here. That's one thing I can always give this one.
Yeah, it was cool. I like it.
Shout outs. Look what I said about the first shout outs on Smooth Assassin and then apply it here.
Right. Same.
Yeah. And then we also have the Represent, the Grinch and Hill remix. This is like a more G-Funk remix of Represent. I didn't care for this remix. The beat was dope, but I didn't feel like it fit him, to be real with you.
They need a remix.
And it's kind of crazy too because Big Daddy Kane, again, 6 Degrees of Big Daddy Kane, the Daddy's Home joint. He had that song, that one joint, where he had that G-Funk kind of feel to it, you know what I'm saying? And it was the last track on the album too. I'm just like, this nigga trying to be like Kane, man.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, man, this nigga stay on Kane dick, man. But yeah, let me stop. Overall, okay. This was an okay album. I'm gonna be real with you. It was okay.
Right.
I felt like the production again was like the main source right here. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like it did have that vintage Granddaddy IU kind of sound and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But there was too many. I feel like the gangster shit. He was just trying to get airplay with this one and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm not mad about. He wasn't the only motherfucker that did that shit, but I kind of felt like, and he waited like 4 years too. That's the thing. And kind of people kind of moved on from the Juice Crew at that time too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, same. 3 mics. I like some songs. Represent, As I Flow On, Don't Stress Me, The Real Mac. I feel like he was trying to go hard with this album compared to the smooth album. It didn't sound like him.
It didn't.
You know.
And that's the gag right there.
Right.
But yeah, man. This is Granddaddy IU. Both albums are out of print. You know what I'm saying? So if you can find it, you must have in your collection. All right, so I want to end this off right here because, like I said, right now it's about past the time I'm usually supposed to stay on and whatnot, and I am tired. I had a long day, and I'm off Monday and Tuesday, so I'm possibly going to sleep in a little bit tomorrow.
Cool.
I'm going to give myself the advantage. But yeah, so we're going to kind of do some rearrange the schedule. So the Beverly Hills Cop 1 soundtrack is going to be Wednesday at midnight. And we're also going to talk about Marvin Gaye's Trouble Man album, Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Which I can't wait to talk about that one. The next Coachella album we're going to talk about next Sunday is going to be Roxanne Shantae's "The Bitch Is Back." I don't know what time Sunday we're going to do that one. That might be another pre-record because next week is also the LL Cool J concert I'm trying to go to.
Right.
Well, I'm going to. I bought the ticket. That's no question about that. You know what I'm saying? So that might be another pre-recorded review.
All right.
You know, and we're about 2 weeks away from the collection video too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to go. I don't know if I'm going to get any more albums. I might just order one or two when I get paid. And I know I got to get Ashley's because Ashley's birthday is next week. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Ashley, happy birthday. And yeah, man, you got anything coming up too, or what?
I don't know. I might do a launching this week. We'll see.
Yeah, man. I saw some of that Apollo Brown one. That shit was pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't want to go through all all his albums because he had a lot. So I just wanted to pick like the best 10 to talk about.
Definitely. Honestly, once my family leaves for the wedding next week and shit like that too, I definitely want to do a live. I definitely want to do a ranking with you on a certain artist.
Cool.
Yeah, I know we did discography breakdowns. Yeah, just let me know what art you want to do next. I definitely want to do one with you and shit. Cause I enjoyed the Redman one we did.
I got an artist in mind, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm actually going to do it. But I have an artist in mind, and there's another dude I know that he have his platform and he loves this artist. But I'm not going to do all of the artist's albums though.
But text me.
All right, but we'll see. But there's others that I might. I have wrote down like names like months ago. I'm just like now is the time to do it. So.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I definitely want to do another Patreon after the wedding and stuff like that too. I want to do like a top 10 Kendrick Lamar songs.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
And again, I'm gonna do the first 10 minutes on the main YouTube channel. Y'all can watch the rest on the Patreon. Even though y'all think y'all are watching the whole list, which I'm not actually watching
the list because they cheap. You know what I'm saying? They ain't not gonna see all this.
Right. But it's okay because soon I have a feeling I'm gonna get some Patreons and shit like that too. So yeah, man, I'm not worried about it.
Yep.
Other than that, I can't wait to talk about this Roxanne Shantae "The Bitch Is Back" because I was originally gonna do a double review, but I was like, we already doing double reviews on Biz Markie and Granddaddy IU.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about the better of the two with this one. That's all I'm gonna say.
Facts.
And guess who ghost wrote the album? You'll never guess. Kool G Rap.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can tell with some song.
Right.
So what?
So it should be good then.
Yeah. He did some of the track. Cause Big Daddy IU did the Big Mama track too. You know what I'm saying? Even though people want to say, "Oh, well, this has a Kool G Rap kind of flow," which it does, but still, I feel like if you hear a Smooth Assassin, you will definitely say, "Oh yeah, IU did that shit." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man. Oh wait, Kool G Rap also did some production on this album too. Oh wow. This one, can't wait to talk about this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully I think the album should be on YouTube too.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Other than that, hope you have a good night, bro. Thank you so much and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I sent you a text earlier. I'm gonna text some more shit later on.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that talk earlier too. Yeah.
We're done.
All right, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.